women view the size is something totally different, because the way women look at size, I think it's very different from the way the men look at size. The men are preoccupied with the size of their own weapon, not the weapon of the woman. They are preoccupied with the size of their own weapon. And even when they look at a lady, I am a man, we have discussed the ladies and we've discussed these things. They want someone who has got outwardly it has to look big. If it looks small, it looks like something that is not going to excite him. Chikaita chidika antoona sokuti hachina kids. We used to talk about these things when we were growing up. The bigger the thing, the bulge that is there, we really get excited because we think there's something there, and if I can get here, I'll have to penetrate that big thing and maybe show that I'm a man, because my big thing will fill that up, and I really can make a woman very scream in total excitement and total ecstasy, and make her very, 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 very happy. So either way you look at it, if you look at the size of the woman's organ, for a man it has to be big. It has to be, at least externally. The men who sometimes complain when they do penetration and they find that the woman's thing is very loosey, but outside they need to see something. They need to see a lump outside. It's something bulging, showing that there is a heap of something there. That's what the men want to see. They will always want to see that. So as far as size, either way you look at it, it is own thing, and the thing for the woman. The man anenge achitoda kuti chinge chichingori chihombe, ngachive chihombe chake nechemukadzi zvese ngachinge chakakura kuona kumaziso, because men, we are excited with sight. We fall in love because of sight, because of seeing. And if we see and we are happy, we really get excited and get aroused. So either way, it has to be big. Everything for a man has to be big. Everything. Even the territory that he occupies, the territory that he conquers, has to be big. That is how empires have been built. They have been built by men's desire to create a very, very big state, a very, very big empire. It might be a state that is not even using the state that is not even ruling completely, the state that is not adequately administering, but as long as there is a name that is administering a very, very large state, a very, very large territory, a very large country, a very large company, he feels like he's the real man. He feels like the man of the moment. So when it comes to size, a man is totally infatuated, obsessed, I should say. Sometimes it stresses him sick when all he has are small things scattered around him. He gets very, very much stressed, and sometimes it might even lead to something like depression if he's not careful. If he's not a man who is well balanced in terms of real thinking, he might even suffer from depression because of a thing that we might think is very simple, something that we might even not see the fundamental value of, something that might not even qualify as something that he should use as a yardstick to measure his success. He uses it to measure success if he doesn't get anything big in his lifetime, or in a week for some, or in a month. He feels that he hasn't achieved anything. So the same thing happens to his organ. The organ has to be big. And I was told by someone that actually you can increase the size of that thing. I don't know. I don't want to try it because mine actually is very, very big. I pack a very big one, and I thank God for giving me a big one. So something that will never bother me. Something that I will never ask anyone for help with, because I'm okay. I'm well endowed when it comes to that region. And I really feel that God has really blessed me, because something that I don't worry about. And maybe that's why I have a very high self-esteem. Even in real life, I feel that I am just okay. Ndakatokwana, hapa handileki, ndinogutsa. Men are definitely preoccupied and are concerned and are always obsessed with size. There's no question about it. And from time immemorial, we've observed the way men have approached a lot of things, and you realize that they are preoccupied. The size of car that he drives has to be big. The size of house that he has, it has to be big. The size of wife in Africa, wives also have to be big, or I mean partners. Let me call them partners. A partner also has to be big to show that this guy has got a lot of money. This guy has a lot going in his life. He has to have everything big, and this preoccupation in the size is something that we can never discount, or we can never try to play down, because it exists and it's real, especially in Africa. But I believe it's there everywhere in the world. But in Africa, even when it comes to a spouse, even to a partner, someone wants a big partner as a sign that they really have amassed a lot of wealth and they can afford big things.